Good evening, sir.
Do you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Okay. Hi.
Yeah. Good morning. Sorry, good evening.
Good evening, yes. Evening, yes.
Mhm. How are you?
I'm fine because I'm after work.
Ah, I think this is the first time we are meeting in a meet online video chat or something like this. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for being my mentor while I was learning this class module and object-oriented programming.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. You.
See you and hear you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'll start with this question that I sent you, I guess. So the first question is that how your work is going on, and how is everything going on around you?
My working is going well because our company is still growing and
Ah,
many many work must be done.
yeah,
uh,
that's true.
yes, I much work is bigger and bigger, and yes, my work is going well,
Yeah.
and what can I say more? I
Thank you.
uh, research and develop, and because I can't tell you anything about my work,
Yeah,
it's
I understand.
secret.
Yeah, I understand. I definitely understand. So
Uh,
that's okay.
that
But I think the Excel development that you do for freelancing, or I think those are not that much secret, I guess. You do develop a lot of Excel applications, so maybe you can share any story or something like that, or any project that you are very proud of.
I'm proud of my every project, but
Yeah.
one of them that I will tell you is most difficult project that I built. Uh, and what was the question? My history
No,
of VB.
VBA, I guess. In this section, I think you are talking about a Arabic project or Arabic something that you need to.
That gave me headache.
Yeah, I get some email about this that okay, I need to develop something for Saudi Arab or something like that, and it's in Arabic, so we need to switch. It's in 180-degree. Most of the time I say no, that I cannot do that because I don't understand the Arabic, or I don't actually understand the requirement as well. So
Yes, this is very good example how code may be used
yeah,
because that way everything reverse. Okay, right to left, build that application for the scratch, like right to left. That's absolutely impossible for me because I'm left to right.
yeah,
But in VBA, you can write a procedure that reverse all of your work. All user form will be reverse,
yeah,
and all polygon make right to left, and this may be done by code.
yeah,
That
definitely.
I wrote this soup, make everything left to right, and after start all it reverse. And
Yeah,
okay, it's everything. It's
yeah,
very simple, and this is a good example how code may be used.
yeah. That's def,
My
def.
this not my most difficult project was Rockstore.
Oh yeah,
That's very uh, it starts very simple. There is shelf and there is box. Okay,
yes,
and ask is may I put this shelf? May I put this box to the shelf? It's very simple question, but if you rethink, that shelf is not 2D but 3D,
3D, yeah.
and boxes may be stuck up, left, side, or or under, or and this is very difficult to write, and I must wrote a full 3D engine for that.
Yeah,
That I must think in 3D, and
yeah.
it's not that simple as you see, because in 2D is everything good, but in 3D complexity not twice, but power twice.
Yeah, I understand. There is a very
Yes,
good optimization problem related to this stuff. That is bin packing problem. You can
yes,
fit all the item in a box, but there is a optimized way that you can fit certain amount. Like if you arrange this in different order, then you can optimize the space. Like there will be less empty space or blank space. So I understand, and yeah, the 3D is like yeah, I understand.
yes. I first must wrote a 3D engine, and after that I may continue to wrote anything else.
Yeah, and that's a definitely complex one. And
Yes,
yeah, I remember you're working on this for so long, and I understand that this is, of course, complex one. Okay, so let's say a new person is approaching you for a new project. Okay, so let's say I'm sending you some documentation that okay, I need to build this application, or I need your help to achieve this application. So what do you plan, or how do you plan this step that you need to finish these things in a certain amount of time?
first you must have a plan.
Yeah.
Uh, Without plan, you can not anything, and it's not hard to write code,
Yes.
but it's hard to know what a client want. It's a uh, mind problem of every developers know what client want, because you may uh, thinking a client want this and
Yeah.
right, but a client see this code, see this, and no, this not I want it, and everything you work may you scrap, because uh, this is mine problem. And if you have plan,
Yes.
you must first I you don't want it do if you don't want, but I uh, first you must thinking and planning before you write one row of code.
Yeah.
You must thinking in your mind and plan everything what you will want and what you may will want. And
Yeah.
this is mine problem, my thing you must do before you write one line of code, because it's not hard to code, but uh,
Hard to
hard is
find what.
know what,
Yeah.
what
Yeah,
you go.
hard to I remember that sometimes, the client is so vague about what he want actually, sometimes they say, okay, I need this. Then once I finish this, so normally I take
And
notes when we do the meeting, or, when I like to ask question that, okay, if this is correct, or if I understand this correctly, this is need to be done or something like that. But still, I keep some documentation, and sometimes send them that okay, you asked me for to do this thing, and I think maybe we have some miscommunication, so then I need to rewrite, or modify the code according to the next meeting or next thing. But most of the time, normally, most of the time it's not that case. Like I faced 2 or 3 cases where the client is not clear about what he want. Like let's say they said, okay, I need to delete this, or I need to delete this column. But when I did do that particular code, then say, oh, no, 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 this is not that what I want. I need to do in the reverse order or something like this. But that's
Mm.
very rare case. Most of the time, client is clear about what you want and what we need to do. And normally, I like to ask question that, okay, is this what I understand correctly or not, or is this your requirement or something like that?
Yes, it's true. This communication is crucial
Yeah,
because, and sometimes you must speak. It's impossible.
yeah,
You may because sometimes a client wants absolutely impossible things,
yes,
and he and she don't know what is possible and impossible because you must know
yeah,
what is possible and possible. In coding is no much thing impossible, but there are. For example, I decline one project now because a client gave me absolutely unstructured data
yeah,
and need some information extra from it. And
yeah,
it's impossible because that algorithm can know what do you need from this data be- because there is no sign, there is no rules. It's absolutely garbage data, and I don't know what to do with it. And this is impossible. And you must know what is possible and
yes.
impossible, and that's anything. What can I say for it?
Yeah, I understand. So yeah, that happens sometimes. uh, Client wants something that magical, that can do magic. Okay.
Imagine.
Yeah, sometimes they say, okay, I need this. I remember a few days back, I guess, someone approached me with a project that I think I need to do a lot of data extraction from another application, and that's not going to be a paid one. Like, the software is paid, but he want that, unpaid version, and that's not possible in that unpaid one. We can have API, or we can have some, integration call if it's paid, but they want it in unpaid version, like community version, and that's that's definitely not possible. So I said, okay, I think I cannot do this. Maybe you can find someone else or something like this.
Yes.
Yeah. It's tough. I remember that most of the time, I guess 60% I decline project. Like, maybe it's due to the, miscommunication. Sometimes it's due to the pricing. Like, they want to do that in a cheap rate or something like that. So
Uh, Worst is those clients who mean uh, they uh, they are most clever than you. It's
yeah, yeah, that definitely. It
not possible to communicate. Okay,
yeah.
it was happened to me, and it's very annoying thing.
No, it can maybe, but so like we have the option to, like, okay, say I think I cannot do this, but maybe someone else who is much more experienced or clever, he may do that particular thing. So normally I don't say that it's not possible. I say, okay, I cannot do this, or I don't have that experience or knowledge to pull this off, I guess.
Yeah, this is yes. Think what is possible and not possible. This is true, but some things are really impossible.
Yeah,
and
that's definitely. Most of the time, like when I do some optimization problem, those are like really hard for me actually. It's really hard, like, to find a feasible solution in a certain amount of time. I like this bean packing problem. We do have bean packing problem 2D, 3D, and there are some other optimization problem, relatively optimization problem. Those are really hard. And if you have a large data set, you cannot finish the process in a certain amount of time. Like, say we have billions of communication, combination, and we need to find the optimized version of that. And then it will take forever. Like, you cannot finish the process in a certain amount of time. And then I say, okay, I think this is possible, but it's possible in it's not possible in the near time. Like you cannot get the result in your desired time.
This yes, it's sometime is very crucial. Okay,
Yes.
it's it's possible, but after 100 years.
Yeah.
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 Yes, I had that project, but there's some simplification you
Yes.
may do, and yes.
I can share my screen about one project, I guess. So initially started with all the constraint that client wants, but later on in that constraint, it will take a lot of time to finish the process. And then clients say, okay, I think we can simplify the process. Like we can, and after it reduce some constraint, I think LinkedIn will find me this is this one. So this project. So later on, our client said that, okay, we don't need 16, variable to optimize. We just need these four variable to optimize. And then it calculate that within the digit time, like 5 or 10 seconds. But when I tried with 16 variable, and then it's trying to optimize all of those processes, and it takes a lot of time. So yeah, I understand that sometimes the variable that we need to optimize is so much that it doesn't finish in our expected timeline. So in that case, we just do the simplification like, okay, we don't need this variable to be optimized. We just need this one, this one, this one, and this one to be optimized. So this is our top priority. So this is when we do, reduce the variable, then it just finish within the time. Otherwise, it take a lot of time and it never finish within our expected time frame. So this was like a complex one. I have to finish this within a certain amount of time. Like the deadline was 2 days or 3 days, I guess, and there are 16 variable to optimize, and then later on we modify that. Okay, we need only four. So this was like real pain due to the time
Mhm.
deadline.
Yes.
So yeah, so any advice for us who are working in this field for 1 or 2 years? Like I'm working in this field, I guess, for 2 years now. Any advice for me, especially?
Especially for you, don't give up.
Okay.
It's I know I was beginner too, and
Yes.
maybe I am beginner still, but never stop learning. It's and never thinking you are best, because
Yeah.
it's not true. It's a very good example is now my student, some guy who I'm teaching him, and I sent I send him my class for work with Listbox and very complex thing, many features, and he asked me if it's possible to hide some columns in the Listbox. Okay,
Okay.
I mean hide columns class, and okay, I start coding, and I create a very complex object thing that hide some columns and rules what columns is hide, and what everything three 300 400 rows of code to add this class, and he sent me my my class, and I run it, and I see uh, I see hidden columns in the list box, and I think how he do it. Simply set width uh, width of a column to 0, and column is high. And this is example what, yes, it's very simple, and I don't mind that
Yeah.
because because I think much complex than him, and
Yes.
he set to 0, and everything worked perfectly, and
Yeah.
and this is how you must think simply. because there are some simply problems that have a very complex
Solution.
solution, and some complex problem they have very simple solutions,
Yes.
and that this is what you don't you couldn't say simply problem. No,
Yes.
there are no simply problems on this world.
Yeah.
Yes, it's very some examples. I don't know, but I don't mind it now. But this is my mentioned think simply and work complex.
Yeah.
This is how it could be, and uh, uh, simply code is better code. It's no,
Yeah.
it's not the point. Yes, this is.
Yeah. So
it. I know that effect, but that effect have negative side. No, no positive,
yeah.
and that negative side. This curve is infinity.
Yeah.
Some people have negative uh, knowing of something. He uh, he he think he know everything
Yeah. And
about it.
I personally goes through this curve, I guess. When I start learning VBA, so at the beginning, after learning 2 or 3 months, I thought that okay, I know everything. I was in this stage, like ignorance, that I know everything, and then something new came up, and then I don't know about that one. I need to learn that new thing again, and then I think, oh shit, I don't know that much. I just think that I know a lot of things, but actually I don't know that much. Now I understand that okay, whatever I know, there are so much thing that I don't know. Like, there's, I guess, my knowing percentage is going to be 0.001%. There is 99.99 percentage that I don't know about that in the VBA itself. So now I understand that okay, there is so much other thing that I need to learn or I need to know. So now I feel that okay, so I am not the smartest one, or I don't know the all the possible thing, or all the particular VBA stuff. I just know the basic one by using which I can just pull off any other any project. Like I can do some search, I can do some I do have some idea that okay, that can be complex. I think there is a simple solution, as you said, and I prefer the complex one because I know the complex one, or I thought of that complex one at that particular time, but I know the basic part, I guess. I don't think that I'm very good. I'm just good enough some basic task or something like that. And I feel this curve. I went through this particular and
Okay,
still when I was learning some other skill, I just go through this and then oh no, a lot of things I don't know. So I understand.
but this is universal curve, and everybody must go through it.
Yes.
I in past I have a Mr. Stupid too, but
Yeah.
there is one thing you must go to the valley of despair.
Yes. Yes. That's definitely.
It's good to go not alone.
Yeah.
Go
Go up.
go up, yes, and never give up, and
Yes.
try more and more a complex thing, and uh, it's learning. It's universal law of every learning that curve, and co- but coding and programming is much frustrating than any other thing on the world, because use if you done such something stupid, you know it immediately. If I
Yes.
if immediately I'm stupid, and it's not gonna work. If I'm chemist, and if I do something wrong in the chemist, uh, no, that's not gonna blow as everybody thinking. But I make some product, and this product must be testing and test and test and test, and I know after 3 4 months, and I know I did it wrong, but in the coding you know immediately, and
Yes.
and and it's good, a very good response from this,
Yeah.
I mean.
Normally, when I give some advice to my friend or someone else who is trying to learn coding, I normally say, okay, just try it. It never going to do anything harmful for you. What can be, it may just shut down the computer, it may just, throw an error or something like that. It's not going to blast or something like that. So just try it, just try different way. And if so,
Practicing, practicing,
yeah,
practicing,
yes,
practicing, practicing, and for practicing.
yeah,
It- I think work code, and I don't know theoretical a coder. That's not exist. Theoretical coder. What is this?
yeah,
Yes, something. And the first you must start is hello world,
yeah.
and
Yeah,
go on hello world to hello universe.
yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yes, it's practicing. Yes, it's mine.
Thank you for your time. Actually, I appreciate it, and this is the first time.
I hope you understand me because my English is terrible.
It's okay. The main thing is that if we can deliver what we are saying, that's enough. Now, my English is not that much good as well, but it's going through, so that's okay. Thank you, and thank you for your time. I appreciate this. I think I'm going to record some more, especially with Kamal, and I have one of my friend from LinkedIn, I guess.
I know all that, guys.
Yeah, definitely. All of. So thank you, and have a good night, I guess.
Yes, for too. Bye.
Okay, bye bye.